Hi everyone, today I thought I'd do the Booktube Newbie tag. I know I've had my account for over a year, but I did have a sort of 10-month hiatus in the middle where I didn't make anything, so technically I'm still a noob and I'm still getting to grips with it, so I thought now seemed as good a time as any to do the newbie tag. So question one is, why did you start this channel? When I was a kid, I absolutely loved reading books. No, it doesn't really look like it, but I'm actually quite introverted. As a child, I was quite an anxious child and I sort of escaped into books and I just read avidly from a really young age. Then as I got older, I sort of discovered drinking and partying and discovered that if I did that, I didn't feel very much like an introvert at all. And that was my 20s gone in a blur of partying and drinking. So by the time I hit my 30s, this is getting a bit deep now, but by the time I hit my 30s, I realised that I had a bit of a problem, and so I managed to go completely sober, and I've been sober for 6 years now. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made. In my 20s, I was just drinking and partying all the time and working for money to drink. Now it's taken me a while, but I've slowly gained myself back. So I've started getting more hobbies, I've tried a few different things, and you know, after sort of 4 or 5 years, I started reading books again. I started getting really into it. I've started writing again, which I really loved doing when I was younger. Been to a few writing classes. So the more I got into books, I can't remember how I came about it, but I think I was looking at book reviews on YouTube. I didn't even know Booktube was an actual thing. Yeah, and I stumbled across some booktubers and I just thought, this is great. They're talking about things that they love passionately and they're geeking out on books as much as I want to, because I don't really have any friends in real life who are as into books as I am, really. It's probably a good way for me to start putting myself out there and getting better at kind of public speaking. So I thought I would make a couple of videos, see how it went and just go from there. And here I am. Okay, question 2. What are some fun and unique things I can bring to Booktube? I guess I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I said earlier, I'm quite an introverted person, so I'm using this as a kind of a way to grow and express myself. So I guess I can bring my personality to the table, I can bring my outlook on things and, you know, and me. I don't think I'm doing anything trailblazing, but I'm just here to have fun and meet like-minded people, and I feel like my passion for books will come across when I'm talking about them, and obviously the longer I do the channel, the better I'll probably get at vocalising what I actually think about certain books. Next one is, what are you most excited about for this channel? I'm just excited to connect with people. I love watching other people's videos, I love learning things about them, I love hearing about new books and what people think of them, and like since joining YouTube, the books that I have on my to be read pile is massive. I also have an Amazon wish list about a gazillion miles long. I have a Goodreads list a gazillion miles long. I could happily spend all day every day reading and still not get through everything I wanted to, but it's nice to know that there's other people like that as well, and I just love everybody's different views, like hearing everybody's different views on things. Because I'm quite a new channel, I'm just getting a couple of comments at the minute, but I like that, and I can reply to every single one, and it's really good to see the same people commenting and we have a bit of discussion, so it's nice to get to know people. Why do you love reading? I think I kind of answered that in my first one. It was kind of an escape when I was a child. I was awkward, I was bullied, I was really introverted, I was quite anxious, had quite a few things going on. So I sort of escaped into books, and I found I was really good at reading, because I think when I don't know if anywhere else, but when you're in the UK, they peg you as a reading age because, you know, everything's a competition. So they had me pegged at higher than I actually was, which meant that my mum would take me to the library and I'd get as many books as I could, and they ended up giving me an adult account because I wanted to take so many books out. But it was just escapism for me, and just, you know, using your imagination and seeing stories come to life in your mind was just, it's just a completely different experience to watching a film, I guess. And now I use reading still as a form of escapism and sort of a way to give my eyes a break from looking at a screen all the time, because I work in an office, so I'm on the computer tapping away all the time. Then I tend to come home and I'm on my laptop or I'm watching the TV. So now I read a book to give my eyes a bit of a break, or I listen to an audiobook while I'm doing the dishes or whatever, and it's just a way for me to use my brain but rest my eyes as well. What book or book series got you into reading? So for me, 2 books stick out massively that got me into reading, and that would be The Magic Faraway Tree by Enid Blyton and also Black Beauty by, I think, Anna Sewell? I'll check that. Yes, Anna Sewell. I'm going to read what it says about The Faraway Tree because it was a long time ago and I can only remember little bits, but it says, Wikipedia says, The Faraway Tree is a series of popular novels for children by British author Enid Blyton. The story takes place in an enchanted forest in which a gigantic magical tree grows, the eponymous faraway tree. The tree is so tall that its topmost branches reach into the clouds and it's wide enough to contain small houses carved into its trunk. The forest and the tree are discovered by 3 children named Jo, Bessie and Fanny, who move into a house nearby. It's then that they embark on adventures at the top of the tree. I remember these books were really thick, but I remember just getting really sucked into that entire world and I just absolutely loved it. Same with Black Beauty, that was something that I read again and again and again, and I think it probably helped cement my love of animals as well, because obviously Black Beauty is written from the viewpoint of Black Beauty and she goes through some awful things. What questions would I ask my favourite booktuber? I don't think I have one specific booktuber. I have a couple that bring different things to the table. But I would probably ask a really cliched question like, if you were stuck on a desert island and you could have one book, what book would that be? What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel would be the hardest to overcome? For me, I would say it's definitely time. Like a lot of people, I work full time. I also have 8 ferrets and a lizard that take up a lot of my time. And I'm the sort of person that wants to do all of the hobbies. So I really love climbing, I love yoga. I'm trying to write a couple of novels, so I need to find time to do that. I'm trying to learn how to code at the moment as well. And there's just not enough hours in the day to do that and do the boring stuff like house cleaning and things like that. So I guess for me it's about arranging and carving my time so that I can do that. And it's also, I'm really worried about not being interesting enough or creative enough or to keep coming up with good content that people want to see. So I guess I need to try and make sure that I stay motivated enough that if this is something I really want to do, that I stay motivated enough to do it. Okay, and that is all of the questions for the newbie tag. I will be back on Sunday with my wrap up for December. If you like this video or if you've got any other questions that you want to ask me, please put them in the comments below and I will answer them as quick as I can. If you could like my video, thumbs up, and please subscribe. I'll put a box up here so you can just subscribe that way. Bye!